My name's Stacy.
Hi, I'm Kim.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in today. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're okay, considering the circumstances. I
Yeah.
understand. So, after I introduce myself and my role, I'm just going to kind of ask you how you came to be here today and really focus on what you have to say.
Okay.
Okay? So, my name is Stacy, and I'm an ongoing social worker here at Children's Services. And I've recently been assigned to work with you and your family. So, can you tell me a little bit about how you came to be involved with Children's Services?
Well, I think it was because of a situation with my husband and my daughter.
And you have two daughters, is that correct?
A daughter and a son.
A daughter and a son, that's right, okay. And what are their names?
Zaven is my son and Zoe is my daughter.
Okay, great, thanks. Okay, please continue.
Zaven is 11 and Zoe is 9.
Okay, great. And can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on with your family, how you came to be involved with the agency?
Well, it was told to me that my husband was not supposed to be in the home, but I don't really understand why.
Okay, and how did that come about?
Well, Zoe had said, I guess, something about, him touching her, but she lies, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Okay, so I'm sensing that there's been some allegations made and that you're not sure if those are true or not against your husband.
Right.
Right, okay. And these allegations are from your daughter and they're of a sexual nature?
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to talk about it any more than that?
Well, I wasn't there, I work at night and, I don't really know, and she didn't tell me, so, I'm not sure, what she's saying or if it's true, or, I talked to my husband and he denies anything.
Okay. And at this time, are all of your family members living in the home or out of the home?
Well, they told my husband that he was not allowed to be there.
Okay.
So.
And is he residing in a different place then?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think
Okay.
he's kind of staying with his sister.
Okay. And then your son and daughter are still living with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let's move on for a moment because I can understand that that's really, it's got to be very stressful for you that your husband isn't in the home right now.
Yes.
I'd like to, if it's okay with you, talk about maybe some of your prior involvement with Children's Services. Okay? I believe that you were involved with the agency in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Are you able to describe or tell me about your past involvement with the agency?
Yeah, we had one other incident when Zoe was a baby, and it was said that she, I think they called it, she was shaken. So she had some trauma, I guess. I don't really understand all of it, but and then they accused my husband of doing that.
Who's they?
Children's Services, sorry.
Okay.
And the police were involved too at that time.
Involved. Okay. And ultimately he was sent to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how long was he in jail for?
I think it was 5 years he spent in jail, I think.
Okay. Okay. And I'm sure that was probably a difficult time for your family?
Yes, very.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. He provides for us, so, it was very hard.
Okay. Oh, well, let's talk about some of your family's strengths. So you said that even though your husband and you are not living together right now, he does work.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what is his job?
He does flooring, so he's like a subcontractor, but
Okay.
he does flooring.
Okay. And you work outside of the home as well?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And so can I ask, are you able to make ends meet right now?
It's hard, you know, we're doing the best we can, so,
Okay.
I mean,
Well, you're both employed, so that's a huge strength for your family, and you have your own place to live. That's another strength. What about your children? How do they do in school?
my son is in the gifted program at his school.
Well, that's fabulous.
Yes. And Zoe does okay, like A's and B's.
Okay.
She's on an IEP though, but she still gets A's and B's.
Okay. Let's talk about Zoe a little bit, because she seems to be the center of our involvement with your family. How would you describe your relationship with Zoe?
My relationship, I mean, it's okay. We like to watch movies together, if that's what you mean.
Okay. So you enjoy spending time with her?
Mhm.
Okay. You said that she has an IEP at school. Have you identified that she has a learning disability?
Yeah, she has what's called an auditory processing delay, is what they call it. So when she like hears things, she can't process it, and so then she doesn't act like a normal child would act upon direction.
Okay.
That's how they described it to me.
How did you find out that she had this?
The school was concerned, so they called and they got her signed up for the testing for it.
Okay. But you had to be involved in that process.
Yeah, I had to sign papers.
Okay. And did you attend all of the meetings that the school had?
I think most of them. I might have missed a few if I had to work or.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Well, but you know, I understand that when people have to work.
Mm-hmm.
How are you and Zoe handling with her dad being out of the house?
You know, obviously I'm not okay with it. I mean, you know, he helps, you know, our family, so I want him back. But she's okay. I mean, she doesn't really talk about it much.
Okay. Have you considered your family participating in any counseling?
No, I mean, we can, but
Okay.
we're not.
Okay. But it's something you would be open to?
Yeah. I'm not sure about my husband though. He's kind of against it, but you can talk to him, or I can talk to him. But
Okay.
I would be willing to.
And maybe we could talk to him together about that.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. So I know that you had mentioned that you're not very happy about Children's Services being involved with your family.
Right.
And you have past involvement with the agency. So I'm guessing that you would like to get us out of your life at some point.
Yes.
So let's jump ahead 2 years. Let's imagine that we jumped ahead 2 years and Children's Services is out of your family's life. What would that look like?
Well, we would be a family again. I mean, we would all be living together in the same house, being a family, doing family things.
Okay. Did you do family things prior to our involvement?
Well, if we had the money, you know, we would go out to eat or maybe go to a movie or, you know, but other things like we would go to the park.
Things that don't cost
Right,
money.
right.
Okay. So what can we as an agency provide to your family, or what do you need from us so that we can help your family move forward and get to that point where you would like to be?
Well, you know, since this is all centered around Zoe and my husband, you know, I think that's where the help needs to be. I mean, I don't think I need any help, and, you know, I think that those two are the ones that need the help. So.
Can you elaborate on that?
Well, I mean, you know, like I said, Zoe has a tendency to lie, so, you know, if she's lying and causing these problems, then we need to get her the help. And then if you know, what can we do for my husband so he can get back to the family, I guess.
Okay. You've mentioned a couple of times that Zoe tends to not always be honest, and has been caught in some lies. Can you give me an example of that?
Well, like she had stolen stuff from school, and then, she tried to lie and say that she didn't, but I found it in her book bag. I mean,
Okay.
she had stolen, and she had told me and the school that she didn't, and then I found the stuff in her book bag.
Okay. So she has a history maybe of some behavior problems, and she lied to cover that up. Are there any other examples that you can think of or that you think would be helpful for me to know about?
Well, sometimes she's mean to her brother, which he's older, but she's bigger, so she'll,
Okay.
like hurt him or do something to him to make him mad.
Okay.
But then she'll lie about it and try to get him in trouble.
Okay. Would you say that that is kind of typical maybe for a brother-sister relationship?
I don't think so. I mean, I had an older brother, but we didn't do stuff like that. So,
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know.
And how about your son? How is he dealing with all of this?
Well, he's really close to his dad, and so he's missing him and
Right.
wanting to talk to him, wanting to see him, but, with the no contact order, he can't, and so it's been tough on him, but, I mean, he's doing okay.
Would you be open to family counseling for you and your son and daughter?
Absolutely.
Okay. I really appreciate your cooperation and you being here today. Before we wrap it up, what I would like to know is, you've identified a lot of strengths for your family. And I think that it would be really important that we take those and we build on those. And hopefully you're on board with that. Is there anything else that I can offer you today that you feel would be helpful for your family?
Like I said, I just want to get the family back together, so if we can, do some counseling, and if
Okay.
you would be willing to help me talk to my husband about, us getting him into counseling, I would appreciate that.
Yes, I'm more than willing to do that. And in fact, part of my job as an ongoing social worker is to develop services that will be helpful to your family. Now, I know that there's a possibility, though, that there's a criminal investigation going on with your husband. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I don't know nobody's contacted me from the police department, but I had heard that was something that maybe was gonna happen.
Okay. So my question for you is if your husband isn't able to participate or because of criminal charges or is possibly incarcerated again, are you still willing to participate in the counseling with your children?
Yes, I would.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And do you have any other questions or anything else that you need today?
No.
No?
I think you've helped me.
Okay, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. We're way over.